What's good, Raider Nation? It's your boy G_Money Raiders, aka Galen, coming to you with another edition of My Take. I want to thank everybody for always chiming in, commenting, you know, taking their time out or your time out, to all my subs, to always coming in and looking at my videos and commenting and giving me your opinion of my video. And, you know, we're doing our feedbacks with one another for about our Oakland Raiders. So I want to start off by saying thank you to you guys, because I really appreciate you, because you keep making me getting closer and closer to my goal of 500 subscribers. So in the end, let's get started to our Oakland Raiders. So you know how I do it on the preview. I'm going to do a preview video here on the Raiders and Bengals game coming up in Cincinnati. So looking at some things, you know how I do it: offense, defense, and special teams on the previews. So this is what I would want to see from the offense coming up. Well, we got a doozy, y'all, because our offensive line is kind of beat up. You know, our guards are, you know, pretty hurt. You know, Kaliche has a leg injury, and Gabe Jackson has a, you know, left arm, or should I say elbow, pectoral, everything going on right now. And kudos to Gabe Jackson big time for staying in that Pittsburgh game and playing with one arm, because I went back and looked at that Pittsburgh game, and he literally was like blocking with one arm, not even using his left arm. So we lost John Feliciano to injury reserve. He tore his calf muscle in that game, but he still came back in, you know, for that final play in the fourth. To help us solidify the win. So I give this team, to everybody who want to turn around and say that this team is whack, weak, giving up on Coach Gruden and everything, man, that should show y'all something totally different. I mean, that shows you the guts. I saw the interview with I think it was Coach Gruden and them. They were doing their post, you know, interview, not post interview, but it was had to do with inside the locker room. And he went up to Gabe and he told Gabe, you know, I really appreciate you gutting that out, you know, in the end. And Gabe was like, look, man, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. You know, that's the kind of guys we need on this football team, y'all. Guys who are tough, guys who are going to be legit, guys who are going to be, you know, yeah, I know our record sucks right now, but this team that we have, the brotherhood we have, and how we're going to come in is going to make this team a better team in the end, because ultimately that's the goal. You got to have a certain chemistry coming in and going in order for things to go forward. So our offensive line, like I said, is beat up pretty bad. So they brought in two more linemen, had to cut C.J. Anderson. Sorry, CJ. I sure wish I could have been able to get a chance to see you play for the Raiders. Let's see. So that's our line. So we got two rookie tackles. You know, Brandon Parker is still he's a guy that we're going to have to live with for right now. But I think with another off season, you know, mini camps, you know, and another camp, you know, he'll be a little bit better at right tackle, you know, because now he come in knowing what he's supposed to do, and, you know, what he needs to work on and how he needs to get stronger at certain things. So I'm not really going to, you know, be a Debbie Downer on Brandon Parker like that, because like I said, he's legitimately, y'all, a left tackle. Now, coming in this upcoming draft, if the Raiders want to, I would say go get a right tackle, a line that's a legitimate right tackle at that position, and then use Parker as your backup to Colton Miller if something happens with Colton and Colton can't play, because it's very evident that Parker's natural position is left tackle. Quarterback, Derek Carr, kudos to you, man. You are legitimately coming into your own, going back to your 2016 form. Y'all, he is playing even better than the 2016 Derek Carr. I mean, look at the statistics. His QBR is up. I think his QBR is 105. His yards per pass are up. He's at a 7.5, 7.7, somewhere around in there. He hasn't thrown an interception. This is going to be game 9, so let's hope he goes 9 games without throwing an interception. But at the rate he's going, it doesn't seem like he's going to be throwing an interception unless it gets tipped, by a lineman or something, and it gets knocked up and they do it that way. But he's legitimately coming and getting comfortable in this offense that Gruden has, got him in. And, I'm glad that Gruden is finally getting out of his way, because in the interview that I watched Gruden do, Gruden said, after that play that he thrown, that dime pass he threw to Seth Roberts, when Seth caught that pass on the 7-yard line, that was phenomenal, man. That pass was phenomenal. I looked at that pass and I was like, I'm still sitting here saying, how did that pass make it, and how did Seth catch it? Because you had the 2 defenders you had the linebacker on one position and the safety in the other on Seth. Well, the cornerback, should I say. And it was like phenomenal how Seth was able to catch that ball, man. I mean, if y'all can go back and look at that pass and you see exactly what I'm talking about. So kudos to Derek, y'all, because Derek is getting better, y'all, in this offense. He is legitimately starting to get comfortable. I'm not saying he knows this offense just yet. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he is starting to get comfortable. And the key to it is if you get comfortable and you protect Derek Carr, that kid can get that ball to anybody if you give him the legitimate time. Period. That's how the New Englands do it for Brady. That's how the Packers do it for Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? And that's how Kansas City is doing for Mahomes. Even though sometimes Mahomes is still ripping and running around, but still, your offensive line is the key to everything, man. So kudos to Derek. Our wide receivers, cool. I'm legitimately cool with just having Jordy Nelson, Jared Cook, and Seth Roberts, and Aikman coming in right now being our receivers. I'm actually okay with these guys right here. And if you want to build on the draft and build more with them, go ahead. That's fine with me. But these right here, these 4 guys, to me, you got your veteran in Jordy Nelson and Cook. You got your new school guy with Seth Roberts, who is coming into himself. And then you have Marcel Aikman coming in, learning, and, really, really putting in work to get himself legitimately to become a legitimate wide receiver threat. I mean, that's the way I see it, So wide receiver wise, we're great. So what I want to see from this offense is I want to see them run if we can. It's all predicated on if Gabe Jackson and Caliche can come in and play, or whoever steps over in left guard if Caliche can't play. Because I believe Gabe Jackson's going to play. I just believe that he is, even though he was limited in practice. So with that being said, I want to see them score, at every opportunity. I want 6s, but if we got to settle for the 3, let's settle for the 3. I don't want to see any turnovers in the red zone, because to me that kills me. Because like I said, in the Kansas City game, you had 3 turnovers, not necessarily in the red zone, but in the Chiefs' territory. That, to me, if you don't score a touchdown in there, you were legitimately either close enough to kick a field goal, because Carlson, I got his name right, y'all, can kick those field goals. So that's what I want to see. I want to see us handle the ball better. Try to keep the penalties down as best as possible in this game, because we're on the road. When you're at home and you get a bunch of penalties, the crowd can kind of, bring everything back, because the crowd is going to come in and make it harder for the offensive, the opposing team to get itself, because the crowd is trying to, raise the roof so that they can make it harder for the opposing team's offense when they come in. So those are the things I want to see. Run the ball if you can. Keep doing the passing, what you're doing, Derek. As far as, and they call a great game in this game, coaching-wise, scheme-wise. So that's my take on the offense. Defense, now we got everybody's coming back. I'm hoping Hurst comes back in this game, because what I want to see is I want to see Jelly, Hurst, Jelly, Hall. Then I want to see Hankins, McDonald, Frosty, Key, all these guys rotating in and out. The line itself is like, we may not be pushing to get the quarterback sack, but with Jelly Ellis coming back in, and we only held Pittsburgh to 44 yards rushing. Yeah, I understand Connor wasn't running. Le'Veon Bell is sitting. Yeah, I get all that. But this is a next man up league, y'all. And, I just feel like we need to, keep that whole thing going. So we need to keep this mixing guy in check big time. Because I don't want, another running back coming in on us and then we allowing this running back to look like the next great running back. So linebacker, what I like about our linebackers is Markel Lee, to me, is much better at the Sam than he was in the middle. His instincts, his speed, his power at the Sam is legitimate at that position. So I like how the way he's been playing lately, big time. I really have. I like how the way Kambina is playing. I like how the way Morrow and Tyre. Now, Tyre can be up and down, you guys. You know what I'm saying? But he's coming into a defensive scheme that, he's finding his way to me. And that's the way that I see it for him is Tyre's coming in, finding his way around this defense. And he's getting better. Don't get me wrong, he's getting better. So I just, look at it and see that our linebacker position, I know everybody is basically saying that we need to go get linebackers, for our defense. But I don't know. I just kind of see it as you got young guys at this position who are already like playing exceptionally well, but still has room for improvement just as well. So that's the way I see it on there, to that. Our corners, Garyon Conley. Kudos to you, my brother. Kudos to you, my young brother. Because earlier in the season, I was a little hard on you. And I understand that. And now you're really becoming the number one pick that Reggie McKenzie, made. And, legitimately, are starting to, come out and come about on this situation. So I give you props, man. Young brother, you are doing well. That last play with the hook and ladder play, I understand you got caught trying to defend the one defender, but then Juju came in and, and you got caught off guard on that. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't expecting that. So I'm not really going to hold that against you because we ended up winning the game anyway. So I just didn't want you to see, I didn't want to see what happened to you when we played Denver and Oakland and you backed yourself off, and then when you tried to go make the tackle, you missed the tackle, and then the guy runs down and get in field goal range, and Denver ends up winning the game like that. So you're doing much, much better, my young brother. So I give props to you and kudos to you on that. The other side, Worley, Rashad Melvin, I'm not really going to harp on him because I just found out, I was really upset with Worley when he tried to tackle the running back for the Steelers, and I see why he only used one arm because I guess he's got a shoulder injury, and he's playing through a shoulder injury. And if anybody knows, I had my shoulder messed up. It's kind of hard to even raise your arm up when you messed your shoulder up, let alone try to tackle somebody. So I'm not giving him a pass, but I'm saying I understand of the whole whiff. Let's see, Rashad Melvin, you played well. I'm not gonna give you bad review on this, but you played all right. Some mistakes you made, but I understand it's because you're not out there every single down to be able to do what you need to do. So safety wise, Gilchrist, Joseph, I'm gonna give y'all okay. Joseph, you should have had an interception, but you're playing phenomenal, my brother. So I'm not really gonna really harp on you. Gilchrist, It was just a couple of plays in that game that I seen he can do better on being in his spots, because he's really technically a cornerback playing safety. If y'all understand what I'm saying, he's really not a safety. His natural position is a corner. So, but on defense, I want to see the defense hold the run. We can't have Mixon. I think that's the running back name guy for the Bengals. Can't have him just running all over us. Just can't have it. Okay. Try to get to the quarterback. We gotta, it's not, this is not your starting quarterback over here for the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? We need to get some type of pressure, on getting to this quarterback if we can, and don't lose your containment. Do not go out of your gap assignments. Stay in your gap assignments and do what you're supposed to do, like you did with Pittsburgh. And then what will end up happening is we'll come away with a victory, okay? So, special teams, Carlson, if we can get you in game-winning position again. See, I got his name down now, y'all. I want to be able to get in position to be able to go on the road, win a game, and get our first back-to-back victory on the season. It'll be great, you guys, all right? So I just want to see, like I said, offense score. I want to see 6s, not 3s, but 3s if we need to. Defense, get to the quarterback, stay in your gap assignments, and get turnovers. That's the whole thing in this game, and score more points than the Bengals, and then we'll be all right. So this your boy, G_Money Raiders, a.k.a. Galen, coming to you with another edition of My Take. Want to let you guys know, thank you so much again. I appreciate you as always for coming and taking the time to watch my videos, comment, and, really showing me some love. And I show the love back to y'all by always commenting and giving you my opinion as well. All right, Raider Nation, peace out.